Well, we could talk about Berklee College of Music, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to listen to Myles Smith's Stargazing, a song that was released a couple of months ago, but simply slipped my attention. So I'm going to try and find out what all this fuss is about. Let's see if we can take away songwriting learnings. Let's get going. Are we in the key of E major? I really don't know. So we are in the key of E major, in fact, and we have got a 4-1-6 minor 5 progression. Already introducing a little intro hook in the melody. Right, so I think is this little intro hook that may be a foreshadowing element of the chorus.
Time stood still, just like a photograph. You made me feel like this will last forever.
Okay, so what have we got here? Verse that uses the same progression, 4-1-6 minor 5, and the melody development is...
Time stood still.
Alright, so this is quite interesting in terms of melody, because if we look at it in the context of the tonal center, this prominence of the G sharp makes a lot of sense because it's the third in the E major chord and in the E major scale. The funny thing is that when starting the progression on the 4 chord on the A, we realize that the G sharp is actually the major 7 chord of that. Major 7 melody, sorry about that. So major 7 note that really creates a really interesting stargazing atmosphere. Bam 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 ba da 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 dum ba da dum ba da 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 dum. And then there's the second verse half that's different in terms of melody.
Looking in your eye.
Looking in your eyes, looking in your eyes. Boom. I think, right? So, interesting two melodic ideas that really highlight this major 7 melody note of the A major chord. Quite interesting. Lyrics. Time stood still, just like a photograph you made me feel. Not really a rhyme between still and feel, but close. Like this would last forever, right? So it's relatively open in terms of rhyming pattern, and it's more a loose connection of ideas. Time stood still, just like a photograph you made me feel. Like this would last forever. So we've got like this last rhymes a little bit with photograph, but not really. So we have got words that kind of have to do with each other, but don't create perfect rhymes. And the perfect rhyme, or something very close to a perfect rhyme, is in the second half of the verse where it says, looking in your eyes, I see my whole life, right?
They say you know it, when you know it, and I know.
Alright, so this is definitely the pre-chorus that uses the same chord progression. It makes sense because this 4-1-6 minor 5 progression is something that we would expect in a pre-chorus anyway. The pre-chorus kind of creating that floaty vibe that wants to lead us to a chorus, usually or often starts on the 4 chord actually and ends on the dominant chord because it's the strongest chord that wants us to move forward, okay? What's definitely different in comparison to the verse is the melody hooks. So we've got this very, very traditional right? This time actually playing the right third on the A major chord. So C sharp, right? Only when we play the E major chord does the G sharp appear in the melody.
They say you know it when you know it, and I know.
They say you know it when you know it, and I know. Interesting 3-line thing, unbalanced in the pre-chorus. They say you know it when you know it, and I know. Interestingly enough, the and I know rhyming with the O.
Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go.
Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Also creating a rhyme with that no. What's the chorus?
Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bone.
Chorus! Is that really the strongest section of the song? So what we definitely have is a build-up to it, right? Listen to the end of the pre-chorus.
Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go.
So we definitely want to move forward. We're kind of disappointed to find that the downbeat of the chorus remains empty in terms of melody, right? There is not a real hit on the 1 and the melody only starts on the 2, and the melodic rhythm in general is relatively boring because it's just quarter notes.
Hold me close, don't let me go. Take my
Actually, it starts on the 3, not on the 2.
love me to my bones.
This bones thingy is cool, but if we look at metric rhythm only, that's relatively boring, right? Nothing, nothing, and then only quarter notes. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I've wasted. You were right there all along, okay? So in terms of metric rhythm, this is something not really attractive. Let's look at melodic development.
Take my heart, don't break.
By the way, chord progression, as expected, is the same throughout the song.
Take my heart, don't break it.
Take. And this simplicity also comes back in the melody. Take my heart, don't break it. Do, 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 do. And now highlight. Bam. Also really cool that this is the 13 of that dominant chord, right? Creating a really nice color of that chord and definitely being the highlight of the otherwise relatively plain chord melody.
You and I start
Second half is basically the same ideas.
intertwining.
Souls.
I lose my mind when I'm around you. How I come alive.
Second verse really bringing back that interesting G-sharp melody flavor.
When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost.
Everything the same. I feel like they use a bit more syllables Time stood still, just like a photograph. You make me feel like this would last forever was verse number 1. And here it's, I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. So it's basically the same ideas from verse number 1. Very good idea to bring that back in verse number 2. Pre-chorus. Oh, that's definitely stronger than the chorus, right?
Promise that you hold me close, don't let me go.
Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. There's an issue that I have here with the phrasing, because the that gets a lot of attention, right?
Promise that you hold me close, don't let me go.
The that, so this line when read out is promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go, right? So the promise should get more prominence in the phrasing. Promise you'll be close, don't let me. Why don't they say promise you'll be close, don't let me go? It means the same thing, and it doesn't put that unnecessary stress on the that doesn't mean a thing. Promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. I don't understand this. Promise you'll be close, don't let me go, I think is equally good in terms of melody, and it's more correct in terms of lyrical phrasing.
Take my heart, don't break it.
They really use a lot of energy in the arrangement to make the downbeat worthy, right? Because they haven't got a melody to support it, right? There is a lot of stuff going on in the arrangement because they knew that they kind of had to fill that void that the melody leaves.
Don't let me go.
Right? With this crash and this hey announcing it, so why not just start the melody on the downbeat?
My heart, don't break it.
Love me to my bones. Also, there is no harmonic or melodic or lyrical variation in the second chorus or in the second chorus half, right? This thing that starts with you and I stargazing. Actually, is it stargazing or is it stargazing? Definitely something that doesn't create a lot of variation compared with the first chorus half. Was that the intro thing? Ooh. So yes, they bring back the intro chorus. Very great of them to have remembered this. All of the hooks are stronger than the chorus hooks. All of the melodies are stronger than the chorus hook. This is something that I have seldomly seen or heard. And of course, it's a broken down last chorus.
Love me to my bones.
I love this. Interesting pop song. I think we can come to the songwriting learnings that we can take away from that. Songwriting learning number 1. If you have a chord progression that starts on the 4 chord, why not include the third of the tonic chord anyway? Interestingly enough, it's the same note that later becomes the 13 of the dominant thing in the chorus. So this G sharp is definitely a really nice flavor on the A major and the B major chords. Songwriting learning number 2. If you introduce a really nice secondary hook in your intro, like this, bring it back. And they did that after chorus number 2. Songwriting learning number 3. Make sure that your chorus hook can actually keep up with the other hooks you establish throughout the song. In that case, I don't think they were quite successful with that songwriting learning, because the chorus is definitely not the strongest hook. I will remember much more intensively than this ba-boom, ba-da-boom. I will maybe remember this ba-dum, ba-da, which only works because of that nice juicy melody friction between the G sharp melody note and the B major chord. But the chorus is definitely not the strongest thing, and it comes back and it repeats 3 times, and there is a whole second section of the chorus that also features the title and that simply runs the risk of getting boring because of melodic rhythm, only quarter notes, and because of that really undramatic beginning on the 3. This was my analysis of Myles Smith's Stargazing. If you like my analysis to this song, please make sure to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, to leave friendly comments, maybe also suggesting other songs that you would like me to analyze, to please take a look at the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net if you want to take your songwriting to the next level. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about Berklee College of Music now. Bye bye.